What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 18 Diamond Dynasty video, and once again, just a quick little announcement. I said this in my last video yesterday where I said July was the most subscribed month in my channel's history. You guys responded very generosity, if that's even a word. Anyway, you guys subbed about like 50 more times yesterday, so thank you so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. I cannot thank you guys enough. But getting into the video now, I have my July Player of the Month predictions. Now, of course, you guys know I do roster predictions on this channel. This is actually my first time trying the Player of the Month predictions, and I think these turned out pretty well. It would be 7 guys and then our hero. I went with 4 position players and 3 pitchers, and then the hero is of course a position player for this month, and I will make a rough sketch of him so you guys can see kind of what he would look like. But without further ado, let's hop right into it with our first guy starting lowest to top. So if you guys are going to want to see the hero, make sure to watch this whole video, or if you guys just want to see that, skip to that point. I'm not going to judge you anyway about it, but we're going to start out with the third baseman from the Philadelphia Phillies. Actually, I believe he's a 76. He just did get upgraded, and that is Maikel Franco. So, of course, this is all stats in the last month of July. And in July, versus lefties, he only hit 0.83. He did not hit very good versus lefties. So I can see them kind of keeping that. I don't think they're really going to, dock him too heavily for that. So I think he's pretty good, but the lefty stats is not going to be that great. But versus righties, he hit 357 with a 700 slug. He had 7 home runs and 10 extra base hits. So I think this is going to be like a platoon card. Now, this is only going to be like an 80 overall, so this card is not going to be great, but I definitely think he can be an 80 overall. His righty contact and power will both be along the lines of like an 80. The power versus righties maybe like an 85 actually, and it's just going to be a short and sweet, 80 overall card. Something that you're probably not going to use, but it really just goes into the set. Now, moving on, I believe he is like a 68 something overall for the Blue Jays actually. If I can find the Blue Jays, my apologies. Okay, here we go. I believe you pronounce his name Lorde Gurriel Jr. If I'm mispronouncing that, please roast me in the comments. My apologies. But either way, you cannot roast his playing. Versus lefties, 533 with the 867 slugging percentage, 1 home run and 3 total extra base hits. Versus righties, 393, 589 slug, 3 home runs, 5 total extra base hits. Now, his power is really low. Of course, he's only a 68 overall. And the contact is low as well. As a shortstop, he doesn't have the best arm strength. I think he actually has been playing second base, so maybe they make his POTM card a second baseman, which will make him a lot more desirable gameplay wise. But I think he's going to get an 83 overall card. I think he's going to have contact in like the 80 pluses for both. And then versus lefties, I think his power is going to be around the 70 mark, 70-75 mark. This could be a very usable card as a second baseman. I think he's very solid, and obviously in the next roster update, I think he will be getting an upgrade as well. Moving on to the Rockies now, of course, we have Tyler Anderson, who bonus points for playing in Coors Field and actually, pitching really well. Notoriously, pitchers, other than Ubaldo Jimenez is the last really good pitcher I think they had. Otherwise, you'd have to look at guys like Aaron Cook. He pitches in Coors and he does quite well. In the month of July, a 1.32 ERA, 141 opponent batting average, 0.84 whip, 27 strikeouts to 10 walks. Now, I think this can be like an 83 overall player of the month card for Tyler Anderson. Gameplay wise, is it going to be the best? Probably not, but they're probably going to raise his stamina maybe a little bit, and he's going to have probably around 75 on hit and K9, and maybe 10 walks. I think he pitched like 28 innings, maybe like a 73 walk 9. It's not going to be a great card gameplay wise, like I said, but it'll be a nice 82-83 card to put into the set. And I don't think the Rockies have gotten any player of the month cards this year. I think last year they did. I'm not quite too sure, but moving on to the next one, and I think this card could be really good. It's going to be a Corey Dickerson. Now, this and the next one, I'm on the fence about. They could easily be switched for the rarity. I'm going to say Corey Dickerson will be an 84 gold, but he definitely could be a diamond 85. I'm not too sure. But either way, versus lefties, he's hitting 364 with a 545 slug, 0 home runs, 1 extra base hit in that time. I think the power can be, you know, around like a 60, so very usable. And then he's still gonna have good contact, probably around that 88 number. But versus righties, 407 batting average, 881 slug, 6 home runs, 14 total extra base hits. I think his power, his contact and power is probably gonna be around like somewhere around like the 90 85 mark, which is why I think this card could definitely be a diamond. But then again, his fielding is pretty not too good. So like I said, I'm on the fence. He definitely could be an 85 diamond, but I'm gonna say he's gonna be an 84 gold. So moving on, this could directly interact with this card though. Marco Gonzales, I think he's gonna be an 85 diamond, but like I said, you can definitely switch him and Corey Dickerson's overall rating, but I still think both of them are gonna get player of the month cards. Now Marco Gonzales in the month of July, he has a 1.78 ERA, a 196 OBA, 0.91 whip, 24 strikeouts to 5 walks. I think that 5 walks is really going to help him secure a card. Now of course, you guys can see the velo, he does not throw too hard, but he has about a 14 differential on his fastball to changeup. So gameplay wise, he definitely could work out. He is a lefty, and you know, he has a low OBA opponent batting average. I think his hit 9 will be pretty high, probably around like an 80. His K9 can be around like the 75 77 mark, and they might move his walk 9 up to around like an 85 or higher. So I think this guy is probably going to be really good control wise, so probably move his control up on his pitches as well. SDS is weird with like break, velo, and control. They don't always update that retroactively, which is kind of frustrating, but there's so many pitchers it's really hard to keep track of. I definitely understand, but I'm gonna say he's gonna be an 85 diamond, but like I said, he could definitely be an 84 gold, and Dickerson be an 85 diamond in my opinion. Now moving on to another diamond card for the Pittsburgh Pirates, we have Felipe Vasquez. And I know he got a player of the month card last year, but they did say before, I don't remember, I think they said it on Twitter or a live stream, they said it was because Mitch Haniger, people thought he could get a card. They said just because a guy got it last year does not denounce them this year. And to be honest with you, I would rather have Felipe Vasquez getting another POTM card in back-to-back years rather than them giving like Paul Goldschmidt or Verlander POTM hero card. That's just my opinion. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about it. But Felipe Vasquez, I'm going to say an 88 overall. He's going to have a 0.79 ERA, a 200 OBA, 0.97 whip, 21 strikeouts to 3 walks. I think they might even move up his walk 9, which is going to make this card also more desirable, because the one wrong thing about Felipe Vasquez gameplay wise kind of is his control. I think that's going to be smoothed out a little bit more, and honestly it's kind of going to be like Josh Hader. He's going to have really high you know, per 9s. I don't think it's going to be 110 and 117 high, because basically Josh Hader did not have as much control as Felipe Vasquez does. So I think it's still going to be over in the hundreds for both his per 9s though. I think it's going to be a really good card. He's going to be one of the best lefty relievers in the game. Really excited for him. And then my other diamond, the last card that we have before our hero card, is Matt Carpenter. And originally I planned on putting him as the hero card, but I looked at his stats and I just can't do it. He kind of did slide off a little bit towards the end of the month, but at the beginning I definitely thought he was going to get the hero card. But I think he's going to get around like an 87 overall card against lefties. He's hitting 378 with the 865 slug, 4 home runs, 10 extra base hits. And it's kind of weird for him because he's a lefty, and his his per sides, I guess you would call it, is actually going to favor the left-handed side rather than righties, because he only hit 255 with the 647 slug, which is not bad. He had 18 walks to 19 strikeouts, so the discipline is going to make his overall higher. But like I said, he's probably going to have more contact versus lefties and power versus lefties, so I would say he would probably have around like a an 85 power left and an 82 power right, which is really good, and around probably like a 80-85 contact left. Like I said, like an 87 overall card. I really wish he could have been the hero card, because we've been really missing. We do not have many good second basemen, and of course he is a third baseman, but he can play second base. But unfortunately, I just couldn't do it, especially with who I think deserves the hero card, and that is Mr. Christian Yelich. Now, against lefties, he's hitting .529 with the .882 slug, 2 home runs, 7 extra base hits. .339 against righties with the .565 slug, 2 home runs, 9 extra base hits. And I believe he's on a 13-14 game hitting streak as well. I thought he was going to go like an 84, maybe even an 85 diamond in the last roster update, and all of that just hinted to me that he's going to get the Player of the Month hero card, and I think he really does deserve it. Honestly, I think he's going to be like a 92 overall when it's all said and done. I'll pull up a screenshot of a little sketch that I made of him. As you guys can see right here, another case of his lefty stats are going to be better than his righty stats. You know, I put him at 84, 94 contact, and then 68, 89 power. Now, the 68 power versus righties is definitely workable. But like I said, he's going to be better against lefties than righties, which isn't necessarily ideal gameplay wise, but you know, that's the reality. And I don't think it's a bad idea. Some people that may not know, you know, they're going to keep a lefty in versus him. You know, they might actually have a righty in and then put a lefty against him, which will actually work to your favor if people aren't aware of his stats. So I think this card could be really cool. And he also is going to have 90 fielding and 78 speed, because they really don't change defensive or base running stats with these cards. I don't really believe they do, but this card could be definitely really cool. He'd be a good outfielder. You know, he would be a card, not only if you're a Brewers fan, but honestly, I would definitely be interested in trying this card out. He looks really good. Like I said, even against righties, 84-68 can definitely get the job done, and he has about 80 speed, 90 fielding, 75 arm. This card is really good in my opinion. But that is going to do it, guys, for my not roster predictions, Player of the Month predictions for the month of July. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like down below. Let me know your personal July Player of the Month predictions. Let me know who you think is possibly gonna get a POTM card. Of course, I did not say like who's gonna get the ticket counter card or who's gonna be in like the mission, because obviously I don't really know and I don't want to just guess on that. But I'm not really too sure. If I had to guess, I would say maybe like the Marco Gonzales would be the ticket counter card. I hope it's not Felipe Vasquez or Carpenter, even though he would be more accessible. I think that I don't know. Let me know what guys you would rather see in the ticket counter. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like down below. Hope you guys are great today, and then it guys comes out. Yay!
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory.